John Luskier of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another really cool broadhead. This is the Jekyll DG, the Jekyll Dangerous Game. Really creative, cool design. So we're going to zoom on in here and go through some of these design features and specifications and then put it to the test using all of my testing protocol for 2022. And for a description of that, as well as the scores and how it performed in each of the areas that I tested, you can read about that in the description box right below this video. For all these tests, I'm using my Bowtech SR6 set at 72 pounds and 27-inch draw. I'm using my Bishop FOC King arrows for most of the shooting, but then for the really hard impact shots, I'm using the Bishop FAD Eliminator. Let's check out this Jekyll DG and see how it performs. Here's a good look at the Jekyll DG. Now this is the 125 grain model. This is their dangerous game head. They also make it in 150 grains and 175 grains. You notice in the DG model, both of the blades are solid. They're not vented, just to give them extra durability. So this leading blade has a cutting diameter of 3/4 of an inch, and then this main blade has a cutting diameter of 1 inch. So the total cut is 1.75 inches. And that curved design is just to maximize penetration as well as durability, and it makes it pretty streamlined in flight. You notice also that the edges are curved back and they're sharpened on the back side of the edges there of the blades. That's just to aid in decreasing the overall surface area to make them penetrate better and fly better, as well as to allow them to be pulled out of a target a bit easier, or if they're backing out of an animal that the arrow has been lodged into, it's going to be cutting tissue while it's being backed out like that. Now in this 125 grain model, the ferrule is made out of a 70-75 aluminum, which is a really good aluminum to use. It's stronger than some steels. If you go to the 150 grain model or the 175 grain model, then they use a 416 stainless steel for the ferrule. The blades are 420 stainless steel, and each of them are 0.060 inches thick. So really nice thick blades, nice cut on contact tip. This thing looks like it's going to be a real cool head, okay? I'm eager to put this Jekyll DG to the test. .350. It penetrated 8 1/4 inches. .350. It penetrated through 63 layers. After 3 shots through the MDF, you can't even tell it's been shot at all. Here's the head after 2 shots through the steel plate, and you can see it held up really well. The blades are perfectly straight. There's just a little bit of edge chatter there, especially in that leading blade, but overall really good durability through the steel plate. And then here's the holes that it made in the steel plate. You know, not the biggest holes, but decent just the same, 1 inch by 3/4 of an inch. Here's the head after sticking in the concrete, and man, it stuck really deeply in the concrete. I was impressed. I did not expect it to hold together that well with that aluminum ferrule, but it did. It's, you know, it's nice and thick. They've designed it well, and it makes me think that the all steel model that they have in the heavier weight is going to be extra impressive in its durability. It got a slight bend in the end of the ferrule. You can see a bit of a wobble there, and you can see just visually a little bit of a bend in the ferrule, as well as a bit of a bend in that blade. And of course the blade got pretty nicked up after the steel and the concrete. But overall, man, really impressive durability. So what'd you think of the Jekyll DG? Man, it did really well. This head is really worth a look. I love the curved blades. I love the low profile. Love the flight. Was really impressed with the durability and the penetration. There really wasn't a big weakness, except I wish the blades were a bit sharper. But then sometimes that happens when you have really thick blades like that. Sometimes the sharpness is a bit compromised, and you could sharpen them up a bit more yourself at the same time. But overall, this is a really good broadhead that's worth a look. So check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most. But this head is definitely worth a look. Great job.